So hey guys, and welcome to the video. Today we're going to be talking about theme parks during the pandemic. So I know that a few people have asked me, particularly at my workplace and friends, are theme parks safe? What are theme parks doing to keep us safe during this pandemic? And I'm going to be answering those questions in this video. If you go on to like today's video, guys, please do click that like button down below and click that subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you don't miss a single video. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So before you even get into the park, the safety precautions have already started. So before you go to these theme parks, you are now required to go through some kind of pre-booking system. So whether this is online or over the phone, you are required to pre-book your ticket in advance to your trip. So this does include season pass holders. So I am currently a Merlin annual pass premium holder, and I have to book online every time that I want to visit Alton Towers, for example. When you get into the theme park, you are required to park one vehicle away from each other. This is to minimize contact with other guests. Even on things like monorail journeys, you are still required to sit away from people and just keep your distance. Also, theme parks are limiting the number of guests that can enter a theme park at one time. So I know that other countries are doing this, but in the UK in particular, it is law that theme parks limit the capacity. So what I mean by this is the amount of people that they can have in their parks at one time has been dramatically lowered. So whilst this means that you do get shorter queue times in general, I found it does mean that the availability for some days at theme parks is lowered. So I've experienced this particularly with booking trips. So if you book online, do make sure that you are booking a few weeks in advance. So before you get into some theme parks, you are required to take a temperature reading. This is done usually via a little gun that they fire at your forehead, and it instantly comes back with a temperature reading. You are then allowed to proceed to the turnstiles where you scan your ticket, and then you're allowed in the park. If you have symptoms of the coronavirus, parks will turn you away instantly. So that's one thing to bear in mind. So if you have a temperature or you've got symptoms of the coronavirus, do not come to these theme parks because you will not be allowed in. So when you're in these theme parks and you are queuing, things have changed here as well. So if you go into any theme park in the UK at the moment, you'll see on the ground, in the queue lines, little spots, paws, chevrons, arrows, you name it, there'll be a marker on the ground. So these markers are here so that you keep a safe distance away from the party in front of you and behind you. So also in some of these queue lines, there are barriers that protect you from guests that may be on the other side of a queue barrier. So in some theme parks, they have adopted electronic queuing systems. So what these are is you'll have a little app on your phone or in your web browser, and you will be required to enter a queue at a specific time. This is again to limit contact with guests and just to make sure that the queues don't get too busy. So some theme parks are requiring you to wear masks in queue lines. This is for everybody's safety and just to make sure that you're not breathing in anybody else's air. If you look at queue lines, they are usually, even with social distancing markers in place, and even if everyone is following these social distancing markers, it's a lot of people in an enclosed space at one time. And again, it just stops you from breathing in other people's air. Some theme parks are closing queue lines early when the queue line gets too long. So if you've watched mine and Oakley Dokley's vlog at Oktoberfest, that's our latest Alton Towers vlog, you will see that in action. They completely close the queue so no one else can get in there. On rides, things have changed as well. So the first thing you'll notice at some theme parks where social distancing on rides and attractions is not possible, you will be required to sit either 1 or 2 seats away from the next party. Also, on some rides and attractions, you will now be required to wear a face covering. So if a theme park does ask you to wear a face covering, please do honour this. at the end of the day, we're all wearing masks for a reason. So if you're not wearing a mask on a ride, you will be asked to exit the ride, even ejected from the theme park in some circumstances. Also, one thing you'll notice is that the ride will temporarily close for about 10 or 20 minutes at a time for a deep clean. So ride operatives will go around with big tanks of antiseptic liquid and they will spray the seats down, they'll wipe them down and make sure that it's clean for the next set of riders. Also, one thing I've noticed is this eliminates that musty smell from restraints that you sometimes get. So that's one positive with wiping these seats down. So in indoor areas, you are also required to wear a face mask. So this includes all attractions that are indoors and restaurants, pubs, bars, anything like that. You are required to wear a face mask. In pubs and bars and restaurants, you are required to wear a face mask until you sit down at your table and are consuming your consumables. Also, like the Disney theme parks, some theme parks have elected to put in a permanent mask wearing system where you are, no matter where you are in the park, you are required to wear a face mask, whether you like it or not. To keep guests safe and to follow government guidance, some theme parks are electing to actually close some events and attractions. So the Hex attraction to Alton Towers was closed only till recently to allow for social distancing and allow for Alton Towers to make the attraction compliant for social distancing. Also, Alton Towers, as of this week, have cancelled their fireworks spectacular event to keep their guests safe and to follow government guidance. In the month of October, there are a lot of Halloween events that take place. And unfortunately, quite a few of these have been cancelled due to government restrictions and just because the parks don't feel comfortable running them. Halloween events do attract a lot of crowds, so it makes sense that these theme parks have elected to close these events. In the case of Alton Towers, they are replacing these cancelled events with pass holder days and special event days. So as I say, if you're following the advice of staff at these theme parks, you're wearing a face covering, you're regularly using hand sanitizer, you're going to minimize your risk of contracting the virus. So it's up to you if you feel safe going to these attractions or not. As I say, I prefer to wear my mask everywhere that I go around these theme parks. I only take my mask off when I'm eating, drinking, or I'm in a less crowded area. But again, it's completely up to you. I also do sanitize my hands at these theme parks regularly. That's one thing you don't see on the vlogs, me hand sanitizing my hands. But I assure you, I do that off camera. So as I say guys, I've been Ryan from iCoaster. I hope you found this video informative. If you've not been to a theme park since lockdown or you're thinking about going to a theme park, please do keep this video in mind before going to a theme park. So for instance, don't go up to a ticket booth and expect to be handed a ticket because I'm afraid that might not happen. Pre-book in advance, make sure you follow the regulations to keep yourself, your family and your friends safe. So again, I've been Ryan from iCoaster. Please do click that like button down below, click that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you don't miss a single video. Also, comment down below, what do you think of this video? Do you wear a mask all the time at theme parks? Do you hand sanitize regularly? Let me know. So I've been Ryan from iCoaster. Thank you very much for the view and I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye.